Another question?
I'm just curious if Alan Ball is there overseeing the filming every step of the way, or does he take a seat back?
No, he's definitely in charge, and he's got something to say in every step of the process. He's not on set every day, but he's definitely the guy overseeing everything, all the dailies, everything, all the special effects. I think he's the one who gives a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Everything, smallest costume choices, all this stuff. He was on set for he comes on set and takes a look every once in a while. I obviously am not on set as much as all the other actors, so I don't know how persistent it is, but he was on set every day for the last episode because he wrote it. So it was really cool.
I know it happens on a lot of shows and whatnot, but besides the gentleman who plays there, are there any other really strong friendships you've forged on the show, whether it be with cast or crew?
Crew, amazing. I got some really great friends that I met on the lot, on set.
Right.
One of my really good friends, Mark, is the medic, and we watch soccer together because he's big into soccer too, like I am. So we'll get together on the weekends and watch soccer. We like getting Korean barbecue and stuff. Like we played FIFA football on the PlayStation the other day. He's a great guy, a good friend of mine. And then yeah, obviously I speak to a lot of other guys. This stand-in, Lenny, I wanted to stand in to was my stand-in. Sometimes, right? It's random who they get to stand in for, but great guy to speak to him. And the actors, obviously, we don't see him I see him at get-togethers and stuff like that, and great people, all of them.
Now, you mentioned you like soccer.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, which team?
My team is not a team you would know of. It's called Boyklub Fram, Spanish. I played there when I was younger, and they just went bankrupt, so that's really sad. But I also like SC Copenhagen.
Okay.
And I will have to say Chelsea. No, Chelsea. My first jersey was a away jersey, number 25, Gianfranco Zola. So ever since then, and I was very young, I've stuck to Chelsea, even though I don't really approve of the whole capitalistic way of running the club now, but just buying everything and being the best, but whatever. Well, you gotta stick with what you set out for, you know. Yeah.
Got some questions in the back there.
Hi.
Hey.
If your character is to continue in the series, is there anything specific that you'd like to see happen with him?
I'd really like to explore more of the background stuff, you know. Like I said, it's a great opportunity for me to get to play around with stuff and play with how he would be in different points in time and whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of history to cover and a lot of big personalities that he might have actually been or been around. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I can't say anything specific though.
I was just wondering, because you said that you like the Empire, you're enjoying it a lot. If you were planning on going to like Halloween Horror Nights or Halloween Stream or anything like that while you're here?
I'm leaving later today, so I'm not going to get to go to it out here. But I went to the Horror Nights in LA last year, and I know it's not the same. I hear it's more epic out here. But it was some of the most fun I've had in a long time. So I'm definitely doing that. And my sister's coming to town next week, and I'm definitely taking her there. So we're going to go there and get spooked. And I'm really a wussy. So I'll hold her hand and she'll be the one leading the way. She's the cool girl. Yeah.
So you've talked about some of the differences you've had to go through, like moving over here and some of the accent, you know, finding someone to watch soccer with is actually kind of difficult. Mm-hmm. What's been the best or worst thing about adjusting to life over in America now?
The best or the worst? And what? The best is that I has definitely been like just the basics of moving away from home and your parents. Not that I don't want to live with my parents, but moving away, getting your own place, being your own man, having to deal with the small things. I actually like that, like cooking, doing laundry, going to the post office, like going grocery shopping, all this stuff. I never had to think about that before. And it's tough, you know? Everyone knows that when you first move away from home, you live from eating really, really bad stuff and going out for dinner like way too often. But now I'm pretty good. I cook almost all my meals and do my laundry way too often. And I fold my laundry. I don't know whether I fold this one, but yeah, I definitely try to. It's the worst. I hate folding laundry. But yeah, that's been great. So that's been just the basics of moving away from home. And the worst is, for good and bad, been the loneliness to some point. You know, it's you move away from all your friends, you miss them, you miss your family. And great thing, it's like internet and Skype, so you can keep in touch. And I've made so many great new friends out here. But in LA, a lot of people work in the same business, and they have to go away for jobs. So I found myself like a couple weeks back being like, oh, all my friends are gone? Like, really? Every single one of them is like out of town doing stuff. Like, sat there, okay, go read a book. Which I like, so that's cool.
I've got a quick question for you. Now that you, True Blood is considered a horror, you know, because of the blood and the vampires and the subject matter, but it's more of a drama. Do you find yourself drawn towards the horror genre? Is there like a favorite movie of yours in the horror genre that you just watch over and over and you like sort of emulate?
I'm not going to disappoint anyone. I don't watch a lot of horror movies. I tried at one point where one of my friends when I was younger had this thing with horror films. Like, you could get all the old horror slasher, whatever you call them, films. And I thought he was really cool. Like, this guy is a cool guy. You know, like I was younger, I was like, this is a cool guy, so this is what I need to do. I went out and got a lot of DVDs. I saw them a couple of times, but I didn't really catch on to it as much as he did. I said I did, but I never really did. And maybe because I got someone the best. I know, it's like, I think I got one called Cubby House. Is that a movie? And I don't remember, but I don't watch a lot of strictly horror stuff.
Is there like a genre that you'd like to get into? Like, what would your dream project be at this point in your career?
I love gritty dramas and like British stuff. I really, really love the small independent stuff that's like very, very heartfelt and close to the characters and stuff like that. But I feel like not that I've done that. I want to do that. It's my favorite. Like, we really get to work with the character and emotion and the small details. But I would love to try to do some comedy or something, because I don't know whether I can be funny when it counts. So I'd love to do something like that and maybe force myself to do something that's a little bigger and more charactery than other stuff.
A little more in depth.
In depth, yeah. I have depth in a different way for sure.
Depth. All right, but anyone else? Questions we got? Oh, young lady in the back there.
What, excuse me?
What kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read, right now, I am big into like science fiction, not like crazy science fiction, I guess, but I really like smart stuff, utopias, do you call it dystopias? Utopia? And I've recently read all the stuff that you guys are forced to read in high school and college, I guess, like Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
Reading Catch-22 right now, which is probably not the same, but that's down the line. And I read Animal Farm, George Orwell, all this stuff, like 1984. I love that stuff. I love the creative thinking. Like, what are we doing? Where would this lead us? Is this bad? I love that. recently I've been reading about First World War because of the movie I thought I was going to do. So it's been more nonfiction, and that's been really, really cool too. I've realized that it's not all fiction. You can actually get really, really wise from reading books and get to know something that's real and not just made up. Yeah.
We had another question in the back over here, the young lady with the black hat.
I don't really have a question. I just wanted to tell you that I love True Blood, and I think you did a wonderful job. You're a wonderful actor. But you really reached this weekend. I'm going to tell you you're going to have mercy. And they'll never change that because you have a heart. You really do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just got the chills. Thank you.
Now, you mentioned you had a couple auditions that you went to in LA. You got anything coming down the pipe for us?
Right now, the focus has been on the Danish TV shows, so I don't know whether that'll probably not show out here. No, well, but yeah, the next thing is my own short I'm doing on Wednesday, and I already storyboarded the whole thing in my own way. It's not that good drawing-wise, but I did it. I know what I want, so I think it's going to be an easy thing putting it together, editing it, and it will be out pretty soon. So
I'll
that'll be fun.
definitely be looking forward to that.
Yes.
We're gonna take any other questions, and if we're done, no one else has any more questions, everyone can always go